Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Hiveswap. You sprinkle just a little pinch of spice on the power cell. It vaporizes immediately. You think you should probably find a place to put this pretty quick instead of just holding it in your bare hands all night. Pogs on thing. Okay, no, we already did that. Human batteries on alien battery. The two seem to be based on entirely different technology. For instance, the alien one is glowing. Wild! Alright, let's look. A vent shaft was revealed. Okay, so it's the same thing. Buyers on vent shaft. Buyers on vent shaft. Nothing on vent shaft. Crawl through vent shaft. Hey, I made it through the vent shaft. Wow! That's pretty exceptional. Well, gosh, thank you. It was a little creepy and in retrospect fairly dangerous. Or shall I say it was more dangerous than I expected? Well, I'd rather you didn't, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay, but typing quirks are sorta... I've noticed you don't really have one, but they're kind of a thing that's exclusive to you, you know? Or, I mean, it's okay if they're used occasionally by someone you're close to, but no offense, I don't really know you that well yet. Ah, well, I see. Oh, I'm sorry. I will know better from now on. No, I'm probably being weird about it. I'm sorry. You had no way of knowing. Zephyros, it's okay to tell people when they do something that bothers you. Better to express how you feel than sit on it forever while the other person has no idea. What kind of foundation for a friendship would that be? Oh. Ha! You're right. By the way, how much rubble are you covered in exactly? I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get you out of there. Oh, that won't be too hard if you can find my hover pad. It's around there somewhere. I used it to move my Lucis around, but Tetrarch Domek borrowed it. To move some guns, I think? Or maybe his drums. Oh, bad timing. Well, I mean, that was a couple of sweeps ago, so I guess it's pretty much his now. You know what they say, your hive is my hive. Actually, that's mostly what the Tetrarch says. He's always taken my stuff. Okay, that's nice, but where's this hover pad exactly? Oh, right, sorry. It's fine. I just don't want you to bleed to death or whatever while you're typing. I think it's probably still in the Tetrarch's loft above his respite block. Do you know where you are now? Not really, but there's a ton of guns. I don't want to make you anxious, but that describes every block of Tetrarch's hive. Great. I'll message you when I've made some more progress, I suppose. Okay, yeah. I'm about to pass out from blood loss, so I'm gonna chill out for a little while. Hang in there, and I'll find that hover pad soon. So we've already got a Judge Dredd poster, that's cool. The beautiful deer cat looks like a deer cat. But, are they common here or something? What about this one? Nope, nothing. Buyers on deer cat. Damn it. Okay, what's this thing? This looks like some kind of safe, you guess? Hard to be sure, given your current surroundings, but seems to fit the usual profile. And there are combat mechs out there. Pile of guns. No, that's just the posters. Book. Look. Looks like some kind of big weird book. Pick up. You pick up the... Let's see. It looks like this is the Big Book of Beasts. You flip through, glimpsing tons of monsters at various levels of weird, cute, scary, and spectacular. Use this to learn more about the weird alien life on this weird alien planet. Neat. You don't find anything about Buyers in here, because he's just a little earth pidge. You can read the book just fine, thanks. The power cell is entirely superfluous to this particular task. Nope. Pogs on book. None of the beloved animated creatures you find on these Pogs are in this book, which is fine, you guess? I'm not really sure why you expected that might be. Not a whole lot to interact with. Oh, cool. Some more guns. Thrilling. Equip. No. Buyers. Guns. You skim the shelves, but you don't see anything about pigeons. Maybe they don't have them on this planet. Or maybe you need to actually open one of these books and look inside to find out. Well, nuts to that, you're not made out of time here. You see the medium book of beasts, the small book of beasts, and several beasts collected in random order in a book. Book on bookshelf. You pick a page at random and accidentally spend a few minutes reading about muscle beast pectoral tumescence. Maybe you should just use this on lucises that you actually encounter. Also, hope that you never encounter that one. Power? Stuffed to the brim already. Plus, with all those loose papers, this might start a fire or something. Guns. Byers is too sweet for guns. It is a positive attribute. He's also too dumb for guns, which is more neutral. Okay, Pogs on guns. Oh wow, guns and Pogs, two of the dumbest things you can think of. A match made in heaven, on a planet far from Earth. Spice the guns. Spice the guns. Spice the book rack. You're hungry, but you're not eat pictures of alien animals hungry. What else we got here? Not much. These movies look kind of like not your thing. Really. No judgment. You just don't want these posters at all. Look. Well, alright. Best case scenario, this grotesque sack of goo is some sort of alien bathtub that someone forgot to drain. Worst case scenario, it's an extremely poisonous toilet. Byers on thing. Byers splashes around in the sack of goo and becomes even more gross than he frankly already was. You dip a couple of these in there. It's gross. Why did you do this? You leave him in there, obviously. Yummy bits. Wow. You really hope this thing isn't actually some kind of animal. You have a feeling the enormous sack of disgusting goo is already doing everything it does. Spice it. Yeah, that's all that's keeping you from chowing down on whatever this goo is. The presumption that it's too bland. Design? Sounds like a great recipe for a goo diagram, which, sad story, isn't actually a thing. Book. You pick up... Oh, no, same thing. You don't want to electrocute yourself, or bring this stuff to life, or whatever. You're not into this. What else have we got? What? The desk is in pretty lousy shape on account of the guns piled on top of it. You don't need to get any last-minute paperwork done. Oh, if you need to get any last-minute paperwork done, look elsewhere. Byers on desk. The desk is already kind of a gross mess. You're not sure Byers squawking like an idiot and taking a dump on it would improve matters. You hate to be crude, but there it is. He's a desk dumper. Power source on guns. With your luck, this would just accidentally set off all those guns. That might even be exactly what it's supposed to do, but you'd rather not find out. Spice the guns. You could dump a bunch of spice into the equipment so that it doesn't work very well anymore. But that'd be extremely childish. What are you, some kind of child? Alright, losing interest. Look. This big, messy pile of weapons and percussion instruments is really hampering your ability to use these stairs. Sheesh. Move. You can't just up and move such a formidable pile with your fleshy, unsalted hands. Attempting this feat would be embarrassing and time-consuming and incredibly dangerous. Tap dance at it. This pile looks a little more volatile than the cardboard box variety you're used to. You think maybe you should look for another way to move it. Like, one that isn't you standing next to a pile of probably loaded guns and stomping your feet a lot. Let's see, anything else? I guess we'll try the door. Pretty solid looking door. Hopefully there's a way to open it. You're feeling a little boxed in. Actually, what about Byers on this? Byers can't possibly move all that stuff by himself. There's not a single piece of this pile that he could lift so much as 1 single inch, probably. Pogs on pile. You thought these were the crummiest discs you'd ever see. And then you saw those symbols shaped like saw blades. Jeez, Dominic, everyone gets it. You're a bad boy. Pogs on safe. This high-tech safe is absent a low-tech Pog slot. Which, wow, way to reinvent the wheel, Dominic. Byers is entirely incapable of picking the lock on a weird-looking alien safe, you assume. Maybe you should have more faith in the little guy. Okay, it doesn't look like we've got much else here. Let's try the switch. Look. Huh, the handprint is probably how the door is open. Or maybe it just means the room on the other side is room 4 or room hand. Or maybe that's the obvious local sign for lethal monsters do not enter. Either way, this thing doesn't seem to be powered. hide that for a second. I don't see it. Access. I assume it's Dunsky. No dice. Is that a power, maybe? Let's see. Don't have much I can interact with. I mean, we could try ballet. You're graceful, but this is just incredibly dangerous. Between the pile of death and the pit of death, it's way too risky. Actually, pit of death. Hey, you can see the portal from here. Right through this giant hole you made when you inadvertently laser beamed yourself into Domic's home. I hope you're not responsible for any of this damage. Buyers on hole. Damn it. Buyers on hole. Spice on hole. Pogs on hole. Not a thing. Nope, nothing there. Yeah, so we have to get upstairs, maybe? I mean, the power's not on, which begs questions. Just a typical air vent, previously repurposed as a human vent, but it mostly deals in air. It would get guns aplenty. Well, here's this. This is unpowered. Let's try powering it up. No! Sci-fi battery! Well, this is concern written all over it. Hey! Hi, Joey. How's it going? Not great. I accidentally put everything in lockdown? Or maybe it was in lockdown before and I somehow got past one door. That's probably it. The Tetrarch has extremely high security. What's the deal? Is he really paranoid or is your planet really dangerous? Must be if everyone's house is full of guns. Actually, my hive is pretty different. It's a lot cleaner, for one thing. And it has a tree growing in it for my Lucis. And there's no guns. That sounds really nice. What does he even need so many guns for anyway? Well, I guess it's okay to tell you since you're another Rustblood. But don't tell anyone else, it's a major secret. I don't know a single other person on your entire planet. Oh, right. Okay, but yeah. So, we're rebelling. It's okay, you can take a minute. I know it's a lot to process. Rebelling against what? The man? Huh. That showed up as... oh shoot, what's his face? Lord English, sorta. No, the heiress is a girl. Okay, right, you're an alien, okay. Some context, the heiress is a murdering tyrant who holds our entire planet in her wicked, finny fist. Finny? Yeah, she's a sea dweller and fuchsia blood. One of only two. The other one, well, she's really far away all the time, leading the conquest of other galaxies or whatever. Which is lucky for us, because she's incredibly powerful. Not so lucky for the people on the other galaxies, though. Huh? Oh yeah, that's true. But anyway, the heiress is enough to deal with. The other High Bloods follow her, and of course she has her drone army. Well, of course, ain't that always just the way? Yeah. I was kidding. I don't know what High Bloods or drone armies or anything are. I hate to be all, hi, I'm new to your planet. Can you gradually bring me up to speed on literally everything? Watch in amazement as I stun you with my penetrating cluelessness. Feast your eyes on my badly executed jokes. You're pretty upbeat about all of this. I think if I was suddenly shot across the galaxy or whatever, I'd be flipping out. Aren't you currently bleeding out under a ton of rocks? I guess so. It's kind of annoying to have no idea what's going on. Okay, well, the drones are the things flying around outside. They'll take us into custody if they see us, assuming they don't kill us outright by firing missiles into our bodies until we're dead. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, a lot of this can wait until we get you to safety. I'm gonna go find your hover pad now. Talk to you soon. It's a living. What? 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 Made it to living room, but at what cost? Okay, well, the Lucis has been through here, and some other things. Well, let's look at the immediately available nonsense first. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's go back. What can I interact with? Almost nothing. Oh, hey, the tablet's doing the thing again. Oh, no. Double snake. Oh. Hey, Xerox, you there? Can't really go anywhere with the debris slowly crushing my body. Oof, right, sorry. It's okay. It doesn't sound okay. Try not to move too much. Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna, pass out a little now. Wait, real quick. I'm having trouble with this, security puzzle, you call it. I solved the one in the basement, no sweat, but this one seems a little different. Security puzzle? Oh, do you mean the serpent ROM that Tetrarch Dominic rigged up to his power hexagrid? I wouldn't have used those words, but if you think that's what I'm talking about, it probably is. There's another one? A different one? I think so. The start screen is different anyway, and the power's still on, so I don't know what else it would be connected to. Is Hive security, probably. He's always tinkering with it to make it more complex. Yeah, for the one in the basement, I only had to eat the letters. But now they're different? There's different letters to eat, and I don't know what letters to eat, if that makes sense. Oh, it's probably XXXXX. Oh, really? No, wait. Sorry, I meant XXXXX. XXXXX. Yeah, I got it. No, that's not it. What? I'm typing it, but it keeps getting changed to a bunch of X's. Maybe it's that new security software installed. It must stop me from posting my password to the chat. Really? Let me try. Mrs. Taylor Thomas 80. Can you see that? Mrs. Taylor Thomas 80? OMG. What's that? No. You told me it would turn into X symbols. Well, you're using the Tetrarch's tablet. It wouldn't know your password. I can't believe I did that. I'm sorry, I'm going home. I can never show my face on this planet again. Huh? Mrs. Taylor Thomas 80 seems like a nice password. I'd never guess that. You must be really smart, Joey. No, apparently I'm super stupid. What's so embarrassing about it? Everybody makes mistakes. It's just, well, I guess it's the name of a boy I like. Really? Don't tell anyone, but that's what my password is too. Oh? Do you have a girl you like? No, it's a boy. Oh, for some reason I thought you were a boy all this time. I am. Oh. Huh. So, not to rush you or anything, but I'm still dying in the rocks. About this security console. Yeah, about that. Can you give me like a hint? It's the name of our band, but there's a couple different ways to spell it. That's pretty weird. Yeah, we keep going back and forth between the bleh and the blah. I actually don't know which one is right now. Well, I'll scout around and see if I can find anything. It's bound to have been written down somewhere or something, right? I hope so. I'm gonna conserve my strength a little bit, maybe. Getting kinda dead. Hang in there. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay. We got notes. Trash. I guess we'll go down this first before we run into danger time. The feed on the monitor TV looks like the room you're in a moment ago. It's weird to see it from this perspective. Also, the room looks slightly different than you remember. The left one seems to be an error message. But you don't recognize the other two at all. Wait, is that Zephyros in the bottom one? His big monster parent thing is helping him out, and that's, you're supremely creeped out. Buyers on security console. Buyers has no interest in getting tangled up in whatever creepy surveillance games Dominic is playing with his setup. You make the decision on Buyers' behalf, and you're sticking to it. Pogs! You wonder if this is a live feed. The one on the top screen looks slightly off. You could go in there, leave a pog on the floor, and then come back out to see if you can see it. But you don't care about it that much, so you won't. What's the actual difference? I don't see it. Well, there's no cube on the ground, so it's not a live feed. That does seem to be a Lucis in the bottom screen, but you can't make out enough details to look it up on your Book of Beasts. Gotta wait for a closer look, you suppose. Spicy. They already look pretty dusty. Jeez, does Dominic not clean anything ever? Not even his creepy surveillance monitors? Batteries? The left one does look busted, but not in a out-of-power way, more like technical difficulties way. Pogs? I wonder if this is a live feed, or if this top one's slightly off. Okay. I don't even know if I can go back. Nothing on Yummy Bits. And plans? Could the monitor on the far left be the room with the portal? The one where he came through or whatever? Yeah, probably. Look. This door is pretty intimidating. The spear sticking through it manages to be significantly more intimidating. Whoever threw the spear is definitely the most intimidating, though. So it's a good thing they don't seem to be around. Open. Did you not look at the door before trying that? It's insanely dangerous out there. If you want to make a run for it across the street, you better be fast. Okay, let's keep going. I guess we'll have to go look at the horror beast that is standing in the corner. Unless this is a statue. I can't really tell. Oh, wait, no, it'd be downstairs, wouldn't it be? You assume this is a trophy for Beast, Terror Cat, Menace Fawn, Thrash, Bronco in the show. Oh, in show. Buyers on thing. Buyers flies up and perches on the statue's antlers with supreme serenity, and you can't help but notice quite a smug little expression on his bird face. You put him back in your pocket. Spicy. You toss him the spice mix at the statue's nostrils. Since it doesn't sneeze or anything, you can feel 99.9% certain that this isn't just a real elk pulling the old fake statue gag on you. Pogs. The noble beast disdains the Pogs. What's the matter, noble beast? Can't hang with the sick tricks of a veteran slammer? You don't care about Pogs, of course, but hell if you'll let some woodland statuary look down its nose at you just because you imagined it did. Yummy bits. It's not hungry, or maybe it's just trying to maintain its chiseled figure. Book. You don't get the information you need from researching a model. You need to study the real thing. What? What about the pit? This hole is what you get when you build an elevator into your house while at the same time not caring if people fall down holes. The platform is down in the basement. You can still hear the sound of that wild animal below. Throw buyers at pit. If you let him go down there, you're not confident he'd be able to find his way back. And yeah, you just have to follow the light. But Byers isn't as smart as most moths. Sprinkle on pit. You don't have a whole lot of time to be messing around. Pogs on pit. You'd rather not agitate whatever weird monster is down there. Also, it might think these are food and choke, and you don't want that either. Treats. The hole is not a pet. It's simply a round absence on the floor. Hell is this stuff? Ugh. Oh, gross. Someone left food out and a big bug got into it. Or he eats bugs? Possibly that's all anyone here eats. You really wish you'd eaten something before you got here. Buyers would probably chomp this bug right up, but it might be poisonous to his delicate little system. Oh, who are you kidding? He's a pigeon. He's basically a garbage disposal that the universe accidentally gave wings to. You just don't want to watch him peck at the eyes of some bug trash leftovers. Spice it. Oh yeah, that's definitely the only thing keeping you away from this awful bug meal. Its blandness quotient. Pogs. You drop one in, why not? It's gross, but maybe it's just the kind of mood you're in. Okay, there's a remote. You got anything else really around here? Guns? Oh, look. This game controller looks really weird. Must be third party if Jude were here. This is the one you'd make him use. Looks like an N64 controller. I guess she only had a SNES. The weird, oh yeah, the weird M-shaped controller with a joystick and a D-pad? You don't love it. You prefer the austere elegance of Nintendo controllers. Yeah, this is pre-N64, I believe. Or maybe she just doesn't have one. I'm not really sure when the N64 came out. Anything else to really interact with? Door over here, I guess. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Who locks the door to their kitchen? Is he worried someone is gonna steal his... Okay, there's no way he eats bugs, right? What's that on the floor? Oh, more like combat mech things. I mean, it does look like Tetragnomic does actually like Zephyros. At least a little bit. This sort of imagery is completely opaque to you. It must have some sort of deep cultural significance to the inhabitants of this world. I never liked the idea of, like, two friends where one is obviously, like, just taking advantage of the other. I had a friend that was always kind of like that in elementary school. Culminating in him taking a bunch of, like, karate classes and, like, thinking he can just freely punch people. That ended that friendship quick, and then I moved across the country and never spoke to him again. Apparently people made fun of him in high school for being a jerk. Karma, I guess. Wow, a big screen TV. You're kind of blown away. This Tetragnomic guy is obviously some kind of millionaire moneybags. No VCR, though. Weird. Alright, let's take a look at this nonsense. Dominic has gone back and forth between the Grubbles and the Grubels several times. The Grubbles seems to be the current favorite, though. At least until he crosses it out and writes the other one beneath it. A computer. You wonder if Dominic ever makes his own video games as a mean of hashing out his problems. Like Clarissa does. Clarissa is so cool. Now, let's go back to this. I don't know. Hopefully, the hint just shows up on the game. Oh, hey, the tablet's doing the thing again. Okay, there it is. In the top. Okay. It's interesting that the other one doesn't move. Oh. That's interesting. So my previous worm is still there as a hindrance. That's okay. So it's the weird bee. Uh-oh. I'm really bad at dealing with the corners here. So second weird bee. I mean, luckily this is probably the only password entry that I have to deal with this entire way through. Okay. Apparently the original troll language was actually just Daedric upside down. Or flipped, I want to say. Which is always kind of an interesting point. I hope I don't have to do that again. Alright, we got the doors open. Grub blanks. Well, I figured out the game, but the monster chased me into I'm fairly confident that this is a kitchen. It's really gross, but anyway, keeping you informed. Monster? Wait, sorry, little Woozy. The deer cat. Oh yeah, I remember the Tetrarch's Lucis. Okay, sure. Hey, while we have a second, maybe you can fill me in on what that means. What means? What's a Lucis? Wow. What? That's just about the saddest thing I ever heard get said. Yeah, cultural differences, etc., etc. Can you bring me up to speed on this wild beast stalking me? Why does Tetrarch even have a crazy cat monster in his house? Well, it's not usually crazy. Your Lucis takes care of you, protects you from wild monsters, and also dying from, like, whatever, you know? I guess mine's not too good at that since I'm being crushed by heavy debris. Not really, are they all, beasts? Yeah, what else would they all be? And they're always this rambunctious? I mean, it seems like it'd be pretty crazy if everyone in your family had their own rib-snorting monster. What's a family? It's some adults and their kids, or one adult and some kids, or some kids and their babysitter and the conspicuous absence of a father who isn't garbage. Adults? Yeah, why? Adults live on your planet? Yeah, of course. Is that not where they live? For you? For your adults? Sorry, this is somehow the weirdest thing you've said yet. Once you come of age, you get sent off planet for your ordeals. And that's it. Nobody ever comes back, ever? No exceptions. There are no adults on Alternia. I think this might be another wow, I'm an alien conversation. Better save for when you're not pinned under a bunch of rocks. Probably. I'm gonna have to rest in a second. Okay, well, I'm gonna focus on finding the hoverpad. I'll let you know when I do. Thanks, Joey. I'm gonna focus on maintaining cautiousness, I think. Good plan. Stay alive. Kid power. Oh, jeez, that was awful. Sorry, bye. Boy. Less to interact with, though. We must be getting close to the end. So, there's a very real possibility we might have one regular length episode and one, like, 2-minute episode as I'm standing outside the door of the final cutscene here. Because apparently this is fairly short since it's split into acts. I assume once we get to him, the game ends. The cabinet is empty. Kind of running theme today. Also for most of your life. Wait. There's a bowl in the back. A clean bowl. Maybe Dominic missed it too. That would explain why it's actually clean. Did we pick it up? Oh, we did. Bowl on buyers. Oh no, you found one clean bowl in this place. You can't have him pooping it up. Spice it. By moving the spices into the bowl, you run the risk of having them scattered to the winds by a single errant sneeze. The original container does good enough job of containing them, you think. Battery on bowl. Nothing. Pogs on bowl. Crunching to a hearty bowl of Pogs. Sounds like something Bubsy would do. Part of a balanced breakfast, he'd wail. Like it was a joke. Bowl on Yummy Bits. Huh, it's a cute idea, but a little much. Pets should only have 1 or 2 treats at a time. As fun as it is to spoil them, it turns them into complete brats in the long run. Jesus Christ, he has an insane amount of guns. And like a Walkman looking thing? Eesh. God. I would go insane living in this house. What is cruel aid? Oh, you get it. This place is kind of horrible.